Greetings and salutations, friends and benefactors. My name is Cami Quandry. My pronouns are they, them. I'm here to introduce my friend to you today.
Hello, my name's Daria, and my pronouns are she, they.
We're going to go ahead and commence with our interview for her today. She'll be playing a character in our upcoming campaign. So just a little bit more about you that we didn't cover, some fun facts. So, like, what are your signs, like your zodiac signs?
So I am an Aquarius, and I believe I'm the horse in the Chinese zodiac.
Sounds about right.
I think I'm the horse.
Well, we can check that later.
We certainly can.
I'm a snake.
Yes.
And there's like cycles within the days and within the hours, apparently.
Yes.
But that's a whole nother stuff.
Yes.
So where can we find you online? You got a bunch of social media?
I'm not on social media as much as I should be, but you can find me at Beauty by Dari, spelled Beaute, on TikTok and Instagram.
Yes, you are a beautician by trade. That's actually how we met.
Ma'am. We met. You were actually my manager.
Yep. Been in charge of everything, the whole of our relationship, basically. Manager to DM.
Yep.
To DM.
Yep. But yeah, I'm a hairstylist by trade. That's what I've been doing. Well, thank you. I've been doing it for about 4 years now, so that's all I know.
Awesome. Well, let's go beautifully into our next segment, just a little bit more, getting to know you. Where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
I am born and raised in Northern Virginia. I've never left, and that's all I know.
Have you traveled around? You've been outside the area?
I mean, not really. Most of my family is in the DMV. The furthest my family goes out to is Pennsylvania, so I don't leave the East Coast.
That's fine. Stick with what you know.
Yeah, exactly.
You got some time because you're under the age of 25, so you've got time to discover.
Exactly.
And do some exploring. I was very fortunate. My family was military, so I got to go to some weird and wonderful places.
That sounds so nice.
So, speaking of your childhood, what were some fun or defining moments that you kind of bring with you as a gamer?
So I'm actually really new to gaming, but I feel like I've always been a nerd in some way, shape, or form. I used to play Pokemon on my DS. I've been watching anime for as long as I can remember. I was in the high school marching band, so I had that flag going for me. No pun intended, because I was in a color guard.
I remember that. We both did a color guard.
Oh my god, yes. And I mean, yeah, I read a lot too. So
I'm surprised you haven't played a bard yet.
You know what? It's in the works. I do want to play one. I have not. All I know is I want to play a bard. That's it.
Fun. So, what are some fun things that have happened in the past for you? Like entertaining moments that have defined you?
Entertaining moments that have defined me. I would say, believe it or not, martial arts.
Which explains her very first character, which was a monk. Open hand.
Yeah.
Yep. Very, very good. That explains the good instincts with that as well. I forgot to do it after the martial arts.
Yeah. No. It was an after-school program, so I was with people as young as kindergarten, as old as like 8th or 9th grade, and one of the things that I thoroughly enjoyed was with sparring. It was completely random. You could be within reason. So it was just kind of like, I would be sparring black belts that were like twice my size. But it's just kind of like they're putting you there. They're putting you in a challenge. They're trying to see, like, I loved that.
It's a nice range. We had some people that were there. I never got very far in any of my individual belts because I moved around a lot. So I had a lot of experience, but it was, like 6 months of this, a year of this. So there were kids that were like 11 years old, and they were black belts. Yep. And I was 18. No. And I was the opposite of a black belt.
I was thinking you're like green or purple or something.
No. I was, I think I had just gotten my tag in Tang Sudo. So I was like 16 years old. It was white belt, black tag. And then you went to the second belt, and then you got a tag on that one.
Oh, okay.
And it was typically opposite colored, so like blue belt, orange tag.
Got you. Okay.
So I was technically like a second-degree white belt. And I was 16.
Oh, no.
Against like 12-year-old third-degree black belts.
Oh, no.
And I'm like,
I don't want to hurt them, but they're gonna hurt me.
Well, it's that age-old question. Is like, would you rather fight one 80-year-old or 80 10-year-olds?
Ooh.
I'm like, oh,
neither. No, thank you.
Neither, please. What was the first game that you picked up for yourself? Whether it was like a video game or like a choose your own adventure book or
video game wise, I would say Pokemon on my DS. Going back to that.
Sorry, every time you mentioned that your first Pokemon game was on DS,
no,
I played like Tim Allen and the Santa Claus.
I'm gonna be unintentionally doing that to you guys, all of you
and
guys.
And your character is a grandma, which is strange. Your character is like almost 300 years old and is very much the old, kind of sassy church grandma.
Yes, very much
and
so.
And you're the youngest person in the cast.
I'm gonna just be like, what is that? And then everybody looks at me like, how do you not know? And I'm like, hey, baby.
The swinging pendulum here.
But yeah, no, Pokemon I thoroughly enjoyed. My brother was more of the gamer than I was, so he played I was around a lot of Call of Duty and warfare, something like that. I don't know. I'm not much of a gamer.
World of Warcraft.
Yes. I'm sorry, I'm not a gamer.
No, it's okay. It's quite all right.
It's not my speed.
So your first tabletop game, I know that I was your first experience with D&D, but did you play something like Munchkin or we'll take Monopoly as a tabletop game?
Yeah, no, I play Monopoly. That's about it. This is my first tabletop RPG ever.
Cool.
Yeah.
I feel honored.
And I was so glad you invited me. I really was.
It's a lot of fun. And you have despite your newness in D&D, you have, like I consistently tell you have some very fun and interesting impulses that work really well with the character. Like Gigi's thing, just asking if you can like do a split kick or something using your action and your bonus action combo, yada yada. It's good. It allows me as a DM to yes and rather than yes but, which is a lot better. And we'll talk about those mechanics later in the game. What is your favorite gaming franchise, you would say? We all know mine's Pokemon. This isn't about me right now.
Gaming franchise. Okay, you probably don't know these, but we used to play in middle school. We used to play these like Papa's games. So you're like building different. They're food related games. So like each game. So like there's Papa's Freezeria, there's Papa's like Cheeseria. So you're like each one is a different thing. So like you make pasta, you could make sandwiches, you can make like frozen yogurt. Like it's fun. That I still play those games. I have
it's
like
a cute little cozy game. I like that idea.
And I have like 4 of them on my phone. It's just when I get bored, I'm just like there. And I'm like
cooking up a storm.
Yes, exactly.
I love it. So almost like Cookin' Mama Cook Off, but like its own different.
It's like
franchise.
the drag and drop kind of thing. You got this one's got a timer, don't let it burn kind of stuff. But yes, it's.
I'm being taken back to like those old mid 2000s Flash games, like on Neopets and on Cartoon Network and stuff.
It's a little bit of that. I can see why you would say that, but yeah, it's a little bit of that.
Just a switch. Pardon me. Alarms are important, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure we can cut that. So what is a game that you want to try, whether it's like a video game or a tabletop?
I really want to get into the new Harry Potter game that just came out.
Hogwarts Legacy?
Yes. I want to play that so bad.
Let's hope we can find a pre-owned one. We don't want to give Joanne money, though.
Yeah. But, I mean, I grew up on Harry Potter, like most kids my age. So.
Can we pause? Since we're... Alright. So, what is gaming overall to you? What does it mean to you? What has it taught you?
It's still very new to me, but one of the things that I've loved about it is the creativity behind it. I've always tried to find some sort of creative outlet, and I feel like every game that I've played, I've tried to put a little bit of myself into each of the characters, and it's allowed me to explore more parts of myself, as well as to find new ways to like introduce myself to other people because I'm kind of like socially awkward. I don't like hang out with people. That's not...
It's like introducing yourself through a lens. Almost.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Like here's part of me.
Yeah, here's a little bit.
These like just tiny little bites.
Yeah.
It's easy to swallow, little bites. So what is something that it's taught you specifically that you want to bring into this game? Or just things that you want to bring to our game and campaign specifically?
Try new things. Just, honestly, like, I'm even still, like, I'm trying to ask questions, trying to understand, and that goes for, like, everything in day-to-day life. Just try new things, because there's just so much to do, and we're all here on a limited plane, so do what you can with what you have, and just work with the people that are around you to build whatever it is you want to build. Don't do these things alone. Kind of vibes.
So try new things and collaborate.
Yes.
And,
yes.
Do it with your friends.
Yes.
Everything's better with your friends. I know that your character is the only one in the game. Before little minor spoilers, rather than having what we have developed as a personal limitation or disability, such as brittle bone disease with one of the other characters, yours was your limitation was inspired by an anime.
Yes, it was. I was inspired by one of my favorite characters from Jujutsu Kaisen, and he has like I don't remember the specific term, but like a voice quirk, so he can't speak.
Cursed voice.
Yes, a cursed.
I had to do a fair amount of research.
He's got a cursed voice, so if he says a command, everyone around him that hears it will do that command, whether it's sit down or eat a brick.
Yes. And there are spells like that, such as the command spell and whatnot within D&D. And that idea spawned into what could that be, so we wound up with, so your entire character idea spawned from that.
Yes.
And we landed on, minor spoilers, a cleric who acquired a cursed voice through their
ancestors.
Your character has ancestral worship rather than deific worship, which is another fun mechanic that we worked with. We did a little bit of cultural research into your own background and whatnot to do and bring some of this inspiration in. And as we made your character and we looked at the mechanics of this voice and how we could use it in game, we kind of realized that your mechanic was beginning to parallel some of the unfortunate backtracks that can come with being loud and angry as a black woman in society.
Yes.
It's the, you can use your voice to inflict others, but it's going to hurt you in return. We didn't realize that until we were sitting there looking at it.
And we were talking about that. You brought it up, and I was like, definitely not intentional, but it works.
You did. So it's another. I like that. While the initial stuff, it's very an homage to your roots of your anime. We found a way, and even if we did stumble, it is a limitation that that people can identify with, and one that you can identify with on a personal level.
Yes. Unfortunately, being of a certain race is a limitation. It's something that I, as an individual, have zero control over, and
no one has control over
exactly. Why would I pick to be in a form of something that somebody else doesn't like that? Just why would I pick that anyway? But it's just kind of like my character is just this is bringing up the she's fighting for her family, she's fighting for her name, she is learning
she's very community driven.
Yes, and family driven, and so am I, and that's one of the pieces of me that I put into her. And it's just kind of like she will fight you with her words first, and I think that's what her biggest setback is. It's just like when words hurt. Words can hurt just as much as your hands do, and I think that's what she's on her path to figure out.
Finding out which ones to use and how to use them.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes you have to use a weapon, but it doesn't always have to be a blunt one. Sometimes it has to be small and sharp. Sometimes it's got to be poison. So again, it's not. I think her lesson is going to be less about just learning how to use her voice. It will be choosing her words.
Yes.
And how to use the different
them
flavors of
carefully.
it, because she was using it very much as a blunt instrument
Yeah.
before. And again, that's effective in clerics have maces, but time and place.
Yes, exactly.
So, bringing this all to a fun little close here, I mentioned we had a fun little side quest, which was, if you could, knowing what you know about yourself, we're not going to worry about extra stuff. If we were to throw some multi-class together, if you were like a level 6 D&D character, what were your classes and subclasses that you think?
So far, I think that it would be really fun to play a bard monk somehow.
That makes sense for who you are already.
Yeah.
You've got a little bit of the martial arts background, so the monk would make sense.
Yes.
Not all bards are necessarily singers and dancers.
Right.
You were in color guard, which is
the movement.
You've done some of that, and then we can even make an argument for hair cutting as a bardic or makeup thing.
Huh! I didn't think about that.
I think beautician might be a background or something.
Is it really?
It might be.
Scheming is in my future.
Yes. And I can see several levels in monk, but I see a lot of paladin in you.
Okay. I'm still very new to prepared spellcasters, so
That's fine. This is just who,
but
would you be?
Yeah, no, but like that would be my go-to. But like I feel that the paladin though, because we were playing around with paladin for one of my characters.
For Hattie.
Okay, that's right. That was we were
originally.
playing around with paladin for her. So that one that one does make sense with some of my stuff, but I think like the closest character to like me as a human being would be a bard and
GG.
Yeah, bard and
Just multi-class GG into some kind, into like bard of something, College of Lore, because they're history buffs. That would probably be enough. Oh, that's frightening. I don't want to give you ideas.
Well, you already did.
No. But it was wonderful having you on. We will be back with you next time for your session 0, and I will see you later, and we'll talk to you all soon. Thanks. Bye.